components I'm going to build it with. Starting off with the frame. I've never used this frame before, so I wanted to try it out. It's really cheap. I've only seen a few reviews of it. It's the RMRC Valorum 230. It's like $16 or $17 by RMRC. Obviously I've opened it and taken a look, but other than that, I haven't built it, never used it. Wanted to try it out because it's really cheap, but seems kind of high quality and seems versatile. So we'll check that out and see how that goes. I will be building with Racer Star RS38L. The L stands for LED. So I haven't used the 38Ls. I have used the RS30As, the 30 amp V2s, and those work great. I used D-Shot 600, haven't had a single problem with them, and they're cheap. So I only got these because they were on sale, $8 a piece, and it comes with, well, LED that you can actually specify what color you want and BLLES suite. So we'll see how these are. For the flight controller, I'm going to be using the CL Racing F4. I've used this in 2 other builds. I absolutely love this flight controller. It's kind of an all-in-one. It's PDB, OSD built in, and it's a nice flight controller. And it's not too much, it's $30, $29.50. I'm going to be trying out a VTX that I've never used before. Looks like this out of the wrapper. So basically I bought it for $14 off Banggood. EWRF is, I guess, the manufacturer, and E708TM3 is the model. The reason why I wanted to try this is because it's got smart audio, where you can actually hook it up to the flight controller, the audio channel, and control the band, power, frequency, everything through the OSD. So I wanted to try that out. I haven't used these before in a build, so this will be the first time I've used this one, and we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work out well, I do have another VTX that I'll suggest that I have used in quite a few builds that I love. It looks almost the same as this, but it doesn't have smart audio, and it goes up to 600 milliwatts and is changeable, like 25, 200, 600. Be using the Dow 5050C prop. I love Dow props. They're very durable. If you crash, usually nothing happens. If something does happen, it bends, and most of the time you can bend it back without any issues and fly just fine. So they're very durable. They're very efficient. I love these props. Can't say enough about Dow props. The motors, these aren't definitely not the cheapest motors you can get. They're not the most expensive either. The only reason why I'm putting them in this build is because it's what I have on hand that I don't have in another build being used yet. I did try them on one build. It was a heavier frame. I didn't really like it. It wasn't that. Supposedly these are really efficient motors, but on that frame and the hardware I was using, it really wasn't efficient. So I want to put it on a lighter build to see if it works out to be more efficient on a light build. So these are Armatan Oomphs. Basically, these are what comes on the Armatan Chameleon if you order the Chameleon pre-built from Armatan, which I love the Chameleon. It's an awesome frame. Gonna be using Amways for cloverleaf. These are great FPV antennas. Red is RPSMA and blues are SMAs. I'm going with the red because that's what's going to be used for the VTX. But I love these. They're not very expensive, but they're high quality. they do well. I have other ones, TBS Triumphs. I love those, but they're just too expensive. You break them, and it's very expensive to buy more. And these do almost as well. For the FPV camera, I'm going to be using the Foxeer Aero V3. This is my ultimate favorite FPV camera. I have 2 other ones and other builds. Absolutely love it. I've tried other ones. I have the Runcam Swift 1 and 2. Those are both great. They're good cameras. I would use them. The reason why I like the Aero 3 better is it's slightly sharper image in my opinion, and the metal case. So you won't strip out the side screws. The metal case is not that heavy. It's aluminum. And it stands up to crashing. So basically for some first-time builders, they're going to crash a lot. And so you're going to want something that's pretty durable and high quality. This also will do OSD. If you didn't have OSD for your flight controller, or if you don't like the OSD on the flight controller, you can cable this up to your power and use the OSD from the actual camera. I can't say enough about this camera. I absolutely love it. I will be upgrading the lens, taking out the standard lens that comes with it and using a GoPro style lens. All this I'll link in the actual description underneath the video. I always soft mount my motors because why not? It's really cheap for soft mounts. These are printed TPUs. I've used them in the past and on builds that I didn't have soft mounts on, and I can actually tell a slight difference where I can turn off filters where I wasn't able to completely turn off the filters before in beta flight. So I can tell the difference. It's not very expensive. It's really easy to do. So even if you don't believe in it, why not do it just in case it does actually help, which I truly think it does. I'll be soft mounting the flight controller as well with these little bobbing guys. Sometimes it comes with flight controllers that you order. Does not come with the CL Racing F4, but I have tons of these. They're really cheap. I'll link those in the description as well. You don't get a strap with the frame, so I'm just using a battery strap that I got with obviously a GEP RC frame that I have, and it just matches. So going with green. I am going to replace the spacers that this comes with. It comes with blue, smooth, not gnarled spacers. I'm just going to be using some of these aluminum that have a little gnarling on it that's a little shorter, just to make it a shorter build, and it's actually a little 1 gram lighter for the 4 versus these 4. So I will get to the build. Oh, the receiver I'm using, I'm a Spectrum guy, so I'll be using the Spectrum receiver. It's a diversity receiver. I have this in every build, which I think I have 8 quads that are completely built and flyable right now. Never had a problem with them. They go into bind mode automatically if you power up without your transmitter on, so it's really easy to bind. I don't have to plug this into a full receiver and put it in binding mode, nothing like that. It's really easy to bind. I'll show that in the video and link this in case there's some other Spectrum people out there. I know most people are not Spectrum, but hey, I like it. Works for me. All right, I'll link everything in the description below.